Hey guys, welcome into the channel today. Andrew Loveland here with another Love Tech video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Lenovo 100E Chromebook. Can it replace a PC or a Mac? We're about to find out. Stay tuned. So I first wanted to take a look at what a Chromebook could do and see what it could replace and what it couldn't replace for me on a day-to-day basis. My whole entire life I've basically used Macs or PCs, so I wanted to see if this Chromebook could replace a Mac or PC on a day-to-day use. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at today. We're going to be doing an unboxing of this product, taking a look at it, and then I'll be taking a look at some of the features on it as well and evaluating it over the next couple of days. Now again, this Chromebook we bought on a great sale, that is, for $99 at Best Buy. It was their deal of the day about a month or so ago, and this normally retails for $169. The lowest price other than this flash sale I saw it on was about $129, so we got a really good deal on it, and I'm really interested to see what it can and can't replace for us on a day-to-day basis. So to start out, the 100E Chromebook from Lenovo has an Intel Celeron N3350 processor running at 1.1 gigahertz, which turbo boosts up to 2.4 gigahertz. Now, this is a fairly low-grade processor. Looking at some more specs on the Lenovo Chromebook 100E, it has a 11.6-inch 1366 by 1768 anti-glare screen. Now, again, that is only quote-unquote a 720p resolution. The graphics card in it is an Intel integrated HD 500 graphics card, and the battery life on it lasts 10 hours on a full charge. What's also interesting about this Chromebook is it actually has a camera built into it, a webcam, a 720p HD camera with microphone, so you can use this for audio and or video calls. On board we have 4 gigabytes of DDR4 1600 megahertz RAM, a 32 gigabyte SSD integrated onto the motherboard. So for connectivity, we have a dual band Wi-Fi channel. It's an Intel dual band AC7265 and Bluetooth 4.2 standard. The Chromebook 100E comes in at a total weight of 2.75 pounds and measures 11.41 inches by 8 inches by 0.78 inches. So it is only less than an inch thick. When the Lenovo first introduced this Chromebook to the market, the main intended audience for it really was students. They had students in mind for this for a couple of reasons. One, it's ultra portable. It doesn't cost a lot of money, so if your child, for instance, messes it up, if they spill something on it, it's waterproof up to a little over a cup of water if you spill, say, on the keyboard. It's also drop resistant up to about 30 inches. So if somebody drops it, for instance, off of a table onto the floor, like a kid for instance, most likely it will stay intact and there won't be much damage, if any, done to it. And finally, the Lenovo Chromebook 100E has a really good rating. On Lenovo's website, it has a 4.2 star rating. And that's a summary of the Lenovo Chromebook 100E. Let's get to the unboxing and take a look at this. Now I got the Lenovo Chromebook in front of me. Let's get to the unboxing. It comes in a very standard, boring brown box for that matter. Again, I picked this up on a flash sale at Best Buy for only $99 a little over a month ago. You can get it on really good sales like this, but most of them online now, like on Amazon for instance, even going used, are going for about $100. So I still think I got a really good deal on this considering it retails for $169. So in the box we have a power cable and a power adapter. That's on the left-hand side of the box. The right-hand side is packed in some styrofoam wrapping. It is very, very light, first impressions. It's packed in a couple pieces of foam. We have our safety and warranty guide here as well. And then finally in this plastic bag here, we have the Lenovo Chromebook 100E. So overall, it looks really nice. Very plain on the front. It says Lenovo and then Chrome Chromebook on the side here. Flipping it around to the right hand side, we have an audio / microphone port you can plug an auxiliary mic or like a pair of headphones into. We have our security lock here as well, so you can lock this down. On the back hand side of the Chromebook, you'll notice there are no ports. It looks like it allows for fairly good airflow. Flipping around to the left side, we have a USB-C port, a HDMI port, a USB 3.0 port, and then an SD card slot. On the front, we just have a lip here so you can easily open up the screen. And then on the backhand side, nothing super exciting either. Again, this is an entirely plastic case on here. There's no real metal components or anything, but then again, it's a very low-end Chromebook. Opening up the screen, we have our 720p camera here and our screen, and if we remove the protective coating, here is our keyboard. Again, this keyboard is not backlit in any way, so you can't easily use this in like a low light or dark room situation. It overall though is super light. This is actually, I would say, about the same weight as like a couple of iPads. So now taking a look at the Chromebook inside, we're gonna take the charging cables out of their bags and plug this in and fire it up and see what it looks like. And as you can see, the Chromebook is booting up now. After we plugged it in, it looks like it boots up pretty quick. It's awesome. So now we got our Chromebook up and working. You can take a look at, we'll take a look at the screen here, and you'll notice that we have a wallpaper. Down in the right hand corner, we have kind of like a control-like center. We have our Wi-Fi connection, Bluetooth on or off. You can turn on or off notifications here from different applications. Down here at the bottom, we have nightlight on or off, which nightlight, I believe, just kind of dims your screen. And we have our volume and our screen brightness we can also control here as well. In the center, we have where our apps are. Kind of like on the Windows taskbar, we have all of our icons along the bottom. These, in this case, are centered. One limitation to Chrome OS is that you have to use the Chrome store and download what are called apps to the book, since it's an ARM chip processor. So you can't just go out like on a Windows or Mac computer and say, oh, I want to download this program from this third-party publisher. Everything has to be downloaded through the store since it is running ARM processor and the Chrome OS. And down the lower left-hand corner here, we have what's called our app launcher, which is kind of like the start menu on your Windows PC or like app view in Mac OS. So down here, you'll notice if we click on the little up arrow here, you'll see these are where all of your applications for your machine are installed here. It looks like we have a file browser here as well. So we take a look at like any files that are saved to the Chromebook or downloaded, recent files as well. So it's a lot like File Explorer on a PC, or like on a Mac, it's like Finder. So now I've had the Chromebook for a few days and I've gotten to play around with the Chrome operating system a little bit more. I've been able to come to some conclusions. I want to talk about are some of the negatives or drawbacks to this machine and who it may or may not be designed for use-wise. So the first thing that I want to point out is, again, this is a $99 computer that I purchased. It's not something that's super expensive, and it's something that goes to show in that respect. So the first negative thing that I've found after having this Chromebook for the past few days is how many smudges it gets just on the case before you even open it up. So you can see on here right now, look at all the smudges on the front of the case. To me, that is a real turnoff of being able to use this on a daily basis. I don't want to be able to see fingerprints this easily on my Chromebook. Opening up the Chromebook, I have also found a few things that I really dislike. The first thing is that this is not an IPS panel. An IPS panel means that the LCD panel, you're able to see it at a wider viewing angle. So see right now, it is actually very difficult to see the screen, but if I start tilting the screen this way, you'll see that it comes in a much clearer view. So that's another thing that I really disliked about this product, is the fact it does not have an IPS display in it, so it doesn't provide great or optimal viewing angles. The next thing about the display I really did not like was the fact that it only has a 1368 by 700 display. What does that do? So that means you cannot view even full high definition quality videos on this screen. Mind you, it is only a 13-inch screen, so it is pretty small, but even then, the pixel density for the 21st century, it still is really, in my opinion, underdone. Lenovo could have put a full 1920 by 1080 screen in this, which would have made it a lot nicer and a lot more enjoyable to use. The pixel density ratio would have been much greater then, and you wouldn't be able to see the individual pixels while looking at the device on a daily basis. Another thing that I really disliked about this device when using it for the past couple days was the fact that it has no backlit keys on the keyboard. Now, mind you, that would compromise potentially on the battery and also potentially compromise on the price point that Lenovo could offer this to its customers at. However, it would have been really nice to be able to have backlit keys on this specific Chromebook just for that matter. I know the use case of this is more or less for like students or low-end budget people that are wanting to stick to a really small budget when trying to buy some sort of a computer, but still I feel like Lenovo could have put backlit keys in the keyboard, which would have made it a lot easier to be able to see stuff in low light conditions. Another thing I want to comment on this Chromebook is the fact the overall build quality of it seems very cheap, and of course, yeah, it is a $170 computer normally, which I got on sale, as I mentioned before earlier in this video, for only $99, but it does feel very cheap. It is very lightweight, the plastic is not very thick at all, and the trackpad on it definitely feels very flimsy as well. So in my mind, it's not a super good product for necessarily durability or longevity. The first thing I want to point out about the Lenovo Chromebook that I actually really do like is the fact that how light it is. It only comes in a little over 2 pounds and is ultra portable. So if you're on the go, going from place to place, you need something super cheap, inexpensive, and you want to be able to take it with you just about anywhere you go, I would definitely recommend it for that reason. Another reason that I would recommend this to an average person for on-the-go use is because it does have a built-in webcam and speaker, so you can do video conferencing or audio conferencing options with this. Another thing that struck me as pretty impressive for such a low price point is how Lenovo actually engineered this specific Chromebook. The fact that Lenovo took the time to say, okay, we want to be able to have a Chromebook that can go back a full 180 degrees, lay flat on a table, have a lot of durability in that aspect, and then also have a lot of durability when it comes to waterproof or spill-proof resistance. The keyboard is spill-proof up to over a cup of liquid spilling on it, so again, it's great if you want to be able to have this in an office environment where you might be eating food, or have it in a kid's environment where there's potentially lots of juice or water involved. It's very durable in that sense because it does have the spill-proof keys and spill-proof keyboard and trackpad on it, so I definitely recommend it for that reason as well. The last reason why I'd really recommend this product in the sense of at the price point especially it's at is because the battery longevity. Lenovo claims that you can actually get 10 hours on a full charge on this, which is basically all-day battery life. So that's right up there with competitors such as like an iPad or a MacBook Air, yet you're only paying $100 for this. Finally, I want to talk about the Chrome OS. So I have mixed feelings of it. It seemed sort of really glitchy in my opinion. I had apps crash multiple times on me when I wasn't even running anything, when I had just one thing up on the screen. So the reliability of the apps and the app integrity that you would get with Chrome OS in general, I'm hesitant to recommend it because of that reason. Another thing that I really didn't like is the fact that you can't install native apps. It has to be from an app store, the Google Play Store in specific, you have to install apps there. So it's very much like a phone experience in that respect because you have to download stuff from the Google Play Store. However, if you were to go out and say buy a cheap Windows computer or a used Mac, you can go out on the internet, download just about any sort of application you want and install it on that machine. This doesn't offer that because it has an ARM processor in it. An ARM processor limits what you can or can't install on it. So that's definitely a disadvantage I see at least to this specific model and this Chromebook. I do want to say that the overall impressions of Chrome OS was good in the respect that if you feel like you want something more than a phone or a tablet, you want something with a full keyboard and at a super low price point, definitely something to consider. I would definitely take a look around and shop around the market a little more. If you want to spend maybe $150, $200 on a good sale for a different Chromebook that's a little bit beefier than this, I would definitely recommend looking at other options other than this specific model. However, if you are on a super low budget and want to get something that can offer you basic word processing, email, Facebook, social media, basic video playback, this definitely seems like to be a good option. And that's my overall impression of what I think of this specific Chromebook from Lenovo. Again, it is overall, I would say I'd give it like a 6-star review, maybe 5 to 6-star review. Not super high, but then again, it is a super ultra budget PC. It does offer a lot of flexibility in the sense of lots of different apps on the Google Play Store, but the stability of those apps, that's why I can't say, okay, I definitely recommend going out and buying any sort of Chromebook for that matter, because the stability of the apps is just not there. Going with a Microsoft product, in my opinion, or going with an Apple product, they are more tried and true when it comes to app stability, and I would definitely recommend something else if you are looking for something super reliable and super good in that sense. And that does it for the review, guys, here on the channel today. Thanks again for watching. Comment down below. Let me know what you want me to review next on the channel. And again, click the subscribe button at the top. Hit the like button as well while you're at it. And click the bell for notifications. And we'll see you next time in another Love Tech video.